Now the singers here, there's an average of all put together is around 80 years old. We have our youngest one is around 65, and our oldest singer is 99 years old.
Wow.
And our next concert of God's Willing she'll be 100. Sit back and enjoy. And on with the show.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holiday. But no matter how far away you go, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly day, for the holidays you can't be home sweet home. I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was heading for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania folks are traveling down the Dixie sunny shore, from Atlantic to Pacific. Gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holiday. 'Cause no matter how far away you go, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be home sweet home. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. So matter how far away you go, when you fight for the sunshine of a friendly day, for the holidays you can't be home sweet home. I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was heading for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down the Dixie sunny shores, from Atlantic to Pacific. Gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holiday. 'Cause no matter how far away you go, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be home sweet home. For the holidays you can't be home sweet home.
Thank you. Wow, what a great crowd. Put the ropes up. It's standing room only. Wow. Thank you so much. And gosh, thank you so much for coming out. Really appreciate it. Now this next number is a 1945 popular song written for the film The Bells of St. Mary, and of course starring Bing Crosby, who else, and Ingrid Bergman. The song received an Academy Award nomination for the Best Song category, but it lost out to It Might As Well Be Spring. But the song asks this question: do you make the most of your five senses? Well, mark this on your list. Life is not an empty plate. When you learn to appreciate yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, aren't you glad you're you?
Every time you're near a road, aren't you glad you gotta go? As if the spring is wet with dew, aren't you glad you're you?
When I met all our dark years, aren't you glad you got 2 years? glad you're you.
You can see a summer sky, or touch a friendly hand.
Or taste an apple pie. Pardon a river, but ain't my friend.
When you wake up each morn,
Aren't you glad that you were born?
think that you got the whole day through.
Aren't you glad you're you? Every time you're near a rose, aren't you glad you've got a nose? And if the dawn is fresh with you, aren't you glad you're you? When the meadowlark appears, aren't you glad you've got two ears? And if your heart is singing too, aren't you glad you're you? You can see a summer sky, or touch a friendly hand, or taste an apple pie. Pardon the grammar, but ain't my friend. And you wake up each morn, aren't you glad that you were born? Because you got the whole day through. Aren't you glad you're you?
See, now you can cancel that psychiatrist visit. This next number is a traditional Christmas and New Year's carol. The melody dates way back to the 16th century, really going way back. I know it's way before your time. Actually, before my time, too. And it belongs to a Welsh winter carol named Nos Galan. And for those of you that are Welsh, please excuse the pronunciation. Now, the English lyrics, however, were written by a Scottish musician way back in 1862. Oh, we brought it up a little. The carol is Deck the Halls, and we are going to invite all of you to join us on the la 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 la. I know that's tough lyrics to remember, but I think you can do it. Here you go.
Our
those Mitch Miller albums. I know some of you don't even know who he is.
I know who he is.
Oh, good. I knew you would. Now, you know, folks, Christmas is a wonderful time of the year. However, it seems to get more difficult each year, as many of us are still running around trying to choose the perfect gift for a friend or relative. What do they want? What do they need? What can I buy? You know, we can spend hours and hours asking ourselves those questions. Well, we would like to perform a community service. Not only are we entertaining, we provide a community service. We're going to help you with that dilemma. This next song might give you an idea or two.
How much is that dog in the window? The one with the raggedy tail. How much is that dog in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. Let's take a trip.
I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. But if he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and the doggy will have a good home.
How much is that doggy in the window? Arr, arr. The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? Arr, arr. I do hope that doggy's for sale.
I don't want a bunny or a kitty.
Meow.
I don't want a parrot that talks.
No.
And I don't want a boat, a little fishy.
Swim, swim.
You can't take a goldfish for a walk.
How much is that doggy in the window? Arr, arr. The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? Arr, arr. I do hope that doggy's for sale.
I do hope that doggy's for sale.
Arr, arr.
Hope that helps. Now, this next song was written in 1951 by Meredith Willson of Music Man fame. Now, he was staying at the Grand Hotel in Mason City, Iowa, which happens to be his hometown. And by the way, the Grand Hotel is the last remaining Frank Lloyd Wright designed hotel in the world. Wouldn't you figure it's in Mason City, Iowa, of all places? Now, as Meredith Wilson was looking out his hotel window, watching the winter December snow, he said, you know, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10 glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes aglow.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. There are bubbles and delicious, the wish of party again. Down to the park and go for a walk with the hope of dance again. And mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in Frank Hotel, one in the park as well. The sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing. Now in your heart, right within your heart.
This next song was from a 1944 movie called Since You Went Away. Now, the movie is about people in America dealing with grief, loneliness, or fear for their loved ones who were in the armed forces during World War II. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to dedicate this number to all our brave men and women who served in the military, and for those who will not be home this year to celebrate the holiday.
We strolled the lane together.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. The next song was recorded by a 13-year-old Brenda Lee way back in 1958. However, it did not become a big hit for her until 1960. Thank you, Wikipedia. Now, Lee's recording has sold up to date over 25 million copies and has become a perennial holiday favorite. Thank you, Reader's Digest, for perennials. I knew that subscription would do me good sometime. So it's time now to get rocking around the Christmas tree.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. Mistletoe on where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have a pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree and a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the good old-fashioned way. Voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree and a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Thank you. My chiropractor looks when I see that number. Every time he blinks, you can hear the sound of the cash register. Ching, ching. You know, folks, the holiday season, yeah, I keep forgetting I'm 82. The holiday season is a great time for get-togethers and family reunions. It's a time for reminiscing, new beginnings, and also enjoying one's company. It's also a time to remember loved ones who are no longer with us. They may not be here physically, but you know that they are here with us spiritually. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting my first Christmas in heaven.
I see the countless Christmas trees around the world below, with tiny lights like heaven's stars reflecting on the snow. The sight is so spectacular. Please wipe away your tear, for I am spending Christmas with Jesus Christ this year. I hear the many Christmas songs that people hold so dear, but the sounds of music can't compare with the Christmas choir up here.
I see the pain inside your heart. But I am not so far away. We really aren't apart. So be happy for me, dear ones. You know I hold you dear. And be glad I'm spending Christmas with Jesus Christ this year. I send you each a special gift from my heavenly home above. I send you each a memory of my undying love. After all, love is a gift, more precious than pure gold. It was always more important in the stories Jesus told. And remember, I'm spending Christmas with Jesus Christ this year. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly
You know, the holiday season is a great time for getting together with family, friends, and loved ones, and remembering some of the special moments that were shared. Now, in keeping with the theme of our show, we would like to do a song that, in the first half of this song, it mentions the memories that were shared together. But in the second half of the song, it recalls those special moments when they were separated from one another.
We will have these moments to
remember the poor lad had a great big hit on that one. You know, while we're getting set up for our next number, I'd like to tell you a true Christmas story. This is something that happened to me way back when I was in grammar school, when they were fighting with the steers. No, it was around the late 40s. Thank you, I'm glad you got that. It was 48 or 49, and my buddy next door had a Schwinn bicycle, and I wanted to tell you, I loved that bike. In fact, at that time, Schwinn was the Cadillac of all bikes. So, maybe it was a couple of years later, my folks were able to afford giving me a bicycle for Christmas. It was a J.C. Higgins bike from, at that time, a store called Sears, Roebuck and Company. Roebuck was real smart. He got rid of his shares. But anyhow, to be honest, I was disappointed. But I didn't want to show my parents that I was disappointed because I knew how tough it was for them, and I want to tell you, after a month, I fell in love with that bike. I just adored it. And I guess the lesson that I learned, I don't know if there's a moral here or not, but every once in a while in life, we have to step back and appreciate the things that we already have. And so I just hope that this Christmas season, if you don't get what you want, just appreciate for what you have. Okay? End of my sermon. Now, one of the joyous moments of the Christmas season is taking the kids to visit Santa Claus. Listening to them tell Santa how good they were and what presents they wanted under the tree. These are magical, magical moments to remember. Well, because we want to be politically correct, don't get me started, we would like to present a scene where an adult is telling Santa, Santa, do you want to come out here, Santa? And we have a special seat for you. So we would like to present a scene where an adult, this is our adult, is telling Santa what she would like for Christmas.
Save the lunch under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down that chimney tonight. Santa baby, a Cadillac convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down that chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be as good if you check off my Christmas list. Baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, one thing I really do need, love me to a platinum mind, Santa honey, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, fill my stocking with her duplex and checks. Sign your X on the line, Santa cutie, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and fill my Christmas tree with some decorations made from Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I'll lean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry tonight.
Man, I think you're going to need a lot more credit cards than that. Yeah, that was Santa. He made an early visit here. He's going to visit you, though. Don't worry about it. Now, the inspiration for this next song was the 1968 assassination of Robert Kennedy. And in view of what's going on in this crazy mixed-up world today, we feel that this song we're about to do is a song of peace, a song of hope, and a song of love. And we're going to put this on our list, at the top of our list for Santa this year. Come on, children, come on, children, come on down to the glory river. Gonna wash you up and wash you down. Gonna lay the devil down. Gonna lay that devil down. Come on, people, come on, children. There's a king at the glory river and the precious king to sing. Faith in the blinking sun, saying we shall overcome. I got fury in my soul. Fury's gonna take me to the glory. Go in my mind I can't study for. No more. Save the people. Save the children. Save the country. Save the country. Come on, people. Come on, children. Come on down to the glory river. Gonna wash you up and wash you down. Gonna lay the devil down. Gonna lay that devil down. Come on, people, sons and mothers, keep the dream of the city of brothers. Gonna take that dream and rock that dove. We can fill the dream with love. 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 I got fury in my soul. Fury's gonna take me to the glory. Go in my mind, I can't stop it. This next number is an old English hymn, here we go again, that was published way back in 1871. Now, it isn't a hymn that you hear very often, but I want to tell you, everyone in our chorus, actually, we all fell in love with it. And we hope that after our performance, you'll feel the same way. The hymn is called "See Amid the Winter Snow." Love the introduction on that one. It just gets me into the mood. Well, you know, folks, the internet has become so much of a part of our lives, especially during the holiday season, okay? Now, are you compulsively shopping online? Can't physically stop checking Facebook? Is your excessive computer use interfering with your daily life, relationships, work, school? Well, if you answered yes, any of these questions, you may be suffering from Internet Addiction Disorder, also commonly referred to as CIU. You know, the medical profession, they got to give you letters all the time. CIU stands for Compulsive Internet Use. And I think some of you, yeah, okay, we're going to skip that. That's why this disorder is so troubling. It's hard to live these days by getting rid of the internet. It'll never happen. We will never get rid of the internet. We're always surrounded by it, and for most of us, well, we use it every day. Here, ladies and gentlemen, as Ed Sullivan would say, right here, here is one example. Broke myself up on that one. Here is one example of a person who is really, really addicted to the web.
Doorbell rings, I'm not listening. From my mouth, Krew is glistening. I'm happy although my boss let me go. Happily addicted to the web. All night long, I sit clicking, unaware, time is ticking. There's beard on my cheek, same clothes for a week. Happily addicted to the web. Friends come by, they shake me, saying, yo man, you're going to explode just like a bomb. With a little nudge, I mutter, no man. I just discovered laughalot.com. classes, don't go out, don't pay taxes. Who cares if someday they drag me away? I'm happily addicted to the web.
Happily addicted to the web.
To make the listener truly feel and believe in their inner spirituality and happiness. It is a song of faith, hope, and thankfulness. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk the stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. Where there is doubt, let him bring faith. And where there is despair, let him bring hope. And where there is darkness, let him be your light. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk the stormy sea. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk the stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Before we do our final number, I hate that word final, before we do our last number, I would like to thank all of you for just coming out here and supporting our little concert here. And I want to tell you, is there a mic there? When we look out in the audience and we see our family, our friends, our loved ones, it just makes us feel so good. And I only hope that our show today made you feel as good as you have made all of us feel, even for Now here's the part, somebody must be washing clothes or something. Here's the part you knew was coming. We call this our Channel 11 donation effort. Now remember, you didn't pay to get in, okay? So what we want to say is, we don't receive any money from Mayslake. We don't have a sponsor. The government doesn't help us. And we rely on donations from nice people like you. You guys have been absolutely great. And I just want to say this, kind of give a little hint, like next year, we will be doing our marquee show. I don't know if any of you saw our marquee. We do the marquee show every 3 years. And if you saw our show last year, we went a little over budget. So whatever you can afford, we really, really appreciate it. We have two of our beautiful residents back there in the living. Come on, step forward so people can see you. Come on, come on, come on. So there you go. They have the little money basket. You just drop something in there, $1, $5, $20. If you're going to write a check, make it out in cash. But there's something wrong with me. I know that. But we appreciate everything that, whatever you can afford. I know this is the holiday season and you're busy with, like Santa, with all of those credit cards. Now, also, after the show, we do have cookies and refreshments back there so we can mingle and mix with all of you after the show. I also want to thank Marie Doria, our director. Not so much. Take it easy, all right? And also, our Josephine here, our technician. magic finger. So, did I get everybody in? Although not speak. No. I gotta give them $20 a piece for that. Santa, give me your card. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to sing our final number, White Christmas. And Bill is going to sing the very first chorus. Boy, you really, the Rumble shaver did wonders on your beard, didn't it? So Bill's going to sing the first chorus, and when we come into the second chorus, you have to sing good and loud because we want to hear you, okay? So everybody, let's all stand. Not you. And you can hit it.
Dreams be merry and bright.